The Ableton Live 12.2 update is officially out, and among the main exciting additions we have the new Expressive Chords Max for Live device, which is absolutely amazing. It's a MIDI effect that allows you to create complex and advanced chord progressions, and it works with every edition of Live, including intro and standard. Now, to be honest, I never bothered with tools like Scaler. I always preferred to just play my own progressions on the keys, and I didn't want to convolute my workflow by creating another MIDI track and routing the MIDI to my instrument, which is on another track. And this is necessary for third-party MIDI effects in Live. But since Expressive Chords is a built-in MIDI effect, I can just drop it before my instrument on the same MIDI track, just play single notes, and it transforms them into lush chords. Now, the thing about Expressive Chords is that while it comes with a large number of chord sets, they are not in any particular key. There's no scale awareness on this device, so it's up to you to combine them in ways that sound good. And this can actually push you outside of your comfort zone and help you learn new progressions that you can even then play on your keyboard when you're not using this tool. So it's really cool for learning as well. So if you know some basic music theory, you probably know that when you choose a key for your track, there are certain chords that work within that key, and you can extend them by adding sevenths or ninths. But at the end of the day, if you just play the chords that conformed strictly to a certain key, your progressions may sound good and correct, but kind of predictable and uninteresting. And so to spice them up, you can incorporate some chords from outside of the key. And here's where things get tricky, because how do you actually do that? How do you know what chords would work? And so Expressive Chords makes it easy to experiment and just mix and match chords by ear. Oh, by the way, one very important thing that I need to mention: if you've already downloaded Expressive Chords to try out with the Live 12.2 beta, you probably have a very small number of presets, which are the actual chord sets. But now that 12.2 is officially out, just download it again. I will link it in the description of the video, and you will get more than 50 chord sets. And these are really, really good. One thing that makes Expressive Chords really versatile is the strum and articulations. Instead of just playing the block chords, where all notes would be played at the same time, adding strum spreads the notes of the chord and creates an interesting pattern with them. And so this is really cool for making really natural sounding piano chords. So the more strum you add, the more the notes are spread out. And the different articulations are just the patterns of these spread notes. But wait, that's not all. You can open the fold out, go to the articulation editor, and you can customize these articulations. Just make sure to hit the save button, otherwise your new custom articulation won't be applied. Oh, and don't worry, saving them is only for this particular instance of the plugin. It won't overwrite the built-in articulations for other instances. We also have this modulation section where you can control the different parameters with MIDI messages like mod wheel, slide, pitch bend, velocity. So that's what makes it really expressive. And with push, these blue pads on the top row allow you to change the articulation while playing. And the second row of blue pads reverses the articulation. And if you're not using push, you can reverse the articulations with this button here, and this button below it will quantize the notes of the articulation to 16th notes. So this makes it easier to sync the articulations to your beat if you want to do that. And you also have access to different inversions of the chords with the invert knob. Oh, and you can also switch to note mode by hitting the keyboard icon to see the exact notes that are played. And again, this is a great way to learn new chords. But hey, let's focus on building a nice chord progression here. Okay, so let's say we have this modern soul chord set. What you can do to build the progression is pick a couple of chords that are actually in a certain key. Like for instance, you can try F minor 7 and A sharp minor 9. So this would sort of associate your progression to a certain key. In this case, these are the 1 and 4 chords of the key of F minor, and then we can experiment with other chords that are outside of the key to build an interesting progression. So for example, this D sharp minor 9 isn't quite in the key of F minor. To strictly conform to the key of F minor, we have to use the D sharp major chord. So we are already outside of the key with this one. Another chord, this C dominant 7, works great to create some tension. So this chord works really well before the 1 chord because the tension that it creates is resolved on the 1, which is the F minor chord. And also let's try this G minor 11. Again, not quite in the key of F minor, but close enough. So let's combine all these chords in a pattern that would make sense. Okay, so pretty cool. I'm just gonna duplicate this track. What I'm gonna do is load up a brass sound just to double the chord with something brighter than this piano. Okay, I'm gonna use one of my presets and I'm gonna remove the strum from the brass chords. Now this progression isn't even that adventurous. At least the root notes of these out of key chords are from the key of F minor. So adding the bass and other parts won't be too hard. So let's build on it. Let's do something with the new auto filter. Let's see if we can do something with the vowel. Just gonna add some LFO modulation, set the rate to synced and set it to, let's say, 4 bars and increase the LFO amount to activate the modulation. So as always, I'm gonna sidechain this to the drums. Okay, so I added some vocals from this contact instrument, Duet, that I use pretty much on every track. Alright, cool. So if you enjoyed the video, please support the channel by hitting the like button, subscribing if you are new here. And if you want to take your support a bit further and get some cool sounds and effects, check out my packs from the link down in the video description. I've got Ableton Live instrument and effect tracks, regular sample packs, and even presets for Ableton Move. And that's it. Catch you later.